We have gone from white ball to pink and red within a week, and we will be back with a pink ball under lights in the first test in Auckland this week. All has been good with our test preparations so far. There was one incident in Hamilton when Jimmy Anderson got hit in the chest in his follow-through when the glare of the late afternoon sun was getting in our eyes, but the game is still learning and adjusting to the different demands of day-night test cricket. I'm sure we will have a great spectacle at Eden Park. I know one thing. That pink ball hits your hands hard. It took a little getting used to again when I put the gloves back on. It's a shame we're only playing 2 tests because it's usually a hard-fought, close series against New Zealand, but unfortunately with the schedules the way they are, there's no way we could fit in 3 or 4 matches. What is not in doubt is that these 2 matches represent a massive test for us after the Ashes. Look at their attack. You've got Trent Boult, Tim Southee, Neil Wagner, Colin de Grandhomme and Todd Astle, and that's a very good lineup. You can see from how Pakistan and West Indies went here that there are challenges ahead, and we've got to come back after what happened in Australia. We have to prove now that despite the scoreline the gap wasn't that big between us and Australia. It's great to have Ben Stokes back with us too. We want him bowling and batting in the tests as well as the ODIs, so fingers crossed his back is okay for him to play a full part in the Auckland test. We know the class of the bloke, what he offers the team and the balance he gives us. He's fitted back in just the way he was. But it's such a shame to see Mason Crane going home with his back injury. These are the ups and downs of our world, but as one door closes another opens for Jack Leach. He's a highly regarded spinner and it will be great to see him here. One Day Wonders. It was a brilliant one-day series and was just what we needed to follow up our 50-over win in Australia. It was a series against New Zealand where we had to test ourselves under pressure, and the way we reacted to what was in effect a knockout game in Christchurch was really impressive. The clinical nature of our bowling with the new ball and at the death was huge. I'm very pleased with my contribution. I didn't get a big one in Australia, but to get 200s in successive matches here was something I am very satisfied about. Hopefully they will keep coming. I had been in and out of the one-day team and was generally pleased with how I'd done when I'd get a chance, so there was a temptation to get frustrated. But you can't let that boil over because it affects you and others in the team. There's big competition for places, so I had to bide my time, but I've got 415 innings since I came into the side for the Champions Trophy semi-final, so hopefully I've done enough to be around for a while. I know, though, that I have to keep on scoring runs. And take catches. 2. I nearly grabbed an important one to dismiss Ross Taylor in Dunedin that could have changed the game, so it was particularly pleasing to take that one-handed effort in Christchurch. I had to run at full pace and judge the height and where the boundary was, and if I'd gone with 2 hands I might have gone over the rope, so bearing all that in mind, it's one of the best I've ever taken without the gloves on. I do enjoy fielding in the deep and I enjoy engaging with the crowd. It's important to have a smile with spectators, but it's not always possible. You do get some stick at times and it can get personal. After a few beers some people feel they can call you all sorts, but it's important you ignore that. Would you go up to someone on the street and call them a W? It's something kids hear and copy at cricket matches, so we need to watch that, but the vast majority of New Zealanders are great people and it's a wonderful place to tour. One last push. It has been a long winter, but it's something you get used to and I'm feeling good. I've got a few little niggles, but after playing so much you're bound to start feeling little bits. One downside of being away on tour at this time is that I missed the Cheltenham Festival and I was gutted about that. I love it there. But while we were in Hamilton there was the bonus of being able to watch the local Chiefs beat the Blue Bulls from South Africa in a Super Rugby match. The Bulls were staying in the same hotel, which gave me a fantastic opportunity to learn from elite sportsmen from a different sport and their environment. I was fortunate to speak to John Mitchell, formerly Sir Clive Woodward's right-hand man and now the Bulls coach, and that was fascinating because I love my rugby. It was all a bonus to life on tour. But now it's back to business and 2 very important tests.